If I must die, you must live. To tell my story, to steal my things, to buy a piece of cloth and some strings. Make it white with the long tail, so that a child, somewhere in Gaza, while looking heaven in the eye, awaiting his dad, who left in a blaze, and bid no one farewell. Not even to his flesh, not even to himself. Sees the kite, my kite he made, flying up above, and thinks, for a moment, an angel is there, bringing back love. If I must die, let it bring hope. Let it be a tale. So, before we start, let's talk about the author first. Now, understanding the author adds depth to this analysis. So, Refaat Alareer was born on the 23rd of September in 1969. He was a Palestinian writer and he was a literature professor from Gaza. He co-founded We Are Not Numbers, which is a project that helps young Palestinians to tell their stories around the world. He was killed in an Israeli airstrike on December 6, 2023. And because of this, many readers see this poem, If I Must Die, as both a personal farewell and a voice for many Palestinians who faced similar dangers. Now then, let's take a look at the poem's form and structure. The poem is written in a free verse, meaning it doesn't follow a fixed rhyme scheme or a metrical pattern. The poem appears as a single continuous stanza, which creates a sense of an untrapped thought, as if the speaker is urgently sharing its final message. The lines are short and has a bit of space, giving each phrase an emotional weight. This minimalistic type structure slows the reader's pace, making sure every idea feel deliberate and important. The natural flow of each line reflects the sincerity of the message. Nothing feels overly constructed or poetic. Now then, let's talk about the sound and acoustic qualities. Although the poem doesn't employ a regular rhyme scheme, it does achieve a steady rhythm through repetition and natural phrasing. For example, the recurring line, If I Must Die, provides a refrain that anchors the poem, both structurally and emotionally. The simplicity of the vocabulary contributes to this quite sonic texture, allowing the poem to maintain a reflective tone in comparison to a overtly dramatic one. The softness heightens the contrast between the harsh reality described, violence, separation, and loss, and the gentle delivery of the speaker's message. Next up, we'll be talking about the imagery of the poem. It is grounded in an ordinary, intangible objects such as cloth, strings, and a handmade kite. These objects evoke everyday life and childhood, which stand in contrast to the violence implied in phrases like left in a blaze. The image of a child looking towards the sky encapsulates both innocence and longing, suggesting a yearning for connection with a lost loved one. The visual emphasis on upward motion, like the kite flying up above, evokes a transcendence and endurance, helping the poem convey its thematic focus on hope in devastation. So, in conclusion, the poem, If I Must Die, is a simple yet deeply moving poem. Through its free verse structure, quiet sound, clear language, and vivid imagery, the poem expresses the idea that even in times of violence, personal stories and hope can continue to rise. In the end, the poem reminds us that memory is powerful and that storytelling can preserve humanity even in the darkest conditions. And with that, I end my analysis. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time.